and welcome to MWC25. I'm here with Mobile World Live, and in the studio we have Justin Reilly, CEO of Wavelo.
Great to be here.
And Rob Bennett, Senior Vice President, Retail Wireless Technology with Boost Mobile. Thank you, gentlemen, both for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Rob, if I can start with you. So how has the Wavelo event-driven architecture changed the way you operate and opened up future possibilities?
I think the first way that it's changed how we operate is when I think about scalability. When we were starting off, we had to go from 0 to millions of subscribers very quickly, and that's a pretty stressful thing. I mean, it's easy to get that wrong, and it's easy to hit limitations where you have to go and reset and re-engineer for a long period of time, and we couldn't afford to do that. So the event-driven architecture really gave us the confidence that we were going to be able to scale pretty much linearly and without a cap. The second area is in the ability to expand our feature set in parallel. So because of the event-driven architecture, I don't have to have one team that kind of controls the bottleneck to every new capability we need to get out. I can bring them in parallel, and they can consume the event stream and use that to grow our feature set rapidly.
Yeah.
And then I'd say the final one is really about resiliency. We know that if we have a misstep or if there's an issue, we have this event stream history that we can replay and use that to help us recover from the things that inevitably happen. Something goes down, something's not there. Well, we have the confidence that we can recover quickly and use that to help us move more quickly as we're making changes, because we know we have that backstop.
Got it. Okay, nice summary. So Justin, turning to the future possibilities, how might Boost Mobile take advantage of this event-driven architecture going forward?
Yeah, I think Rob hit some really great points there. To maybe raise up for a second, think about event-driven as the most data-forward, most human-centric way to approach these problems in telecom. And so, at any given moment, a user, it might be David's moving, Rob changed his phone plan, the network is having an issue. So you have these kind of discrete moments that you can kind of take action against those. So those are great customer experience moments, and then you can kind of build programs around that, to Rob's point, whether you're adding features or thinking about how do you drive more delight into customer experiences. But you can also think about them on the aggregate. So I've got a cohort of interactions on a network or a cohort of customers. How do I build around those to kind of solve any problems that you might have over time?
Yeah, okay, nice. Yeah, quite a lot of opportunities there. I'm going to stay with you, Justin, because let's talk about the advantages for operators who choose to move from point-to-point systems to event-driven architecture. So those that are making that migration, what's the experience there?
This entire show is pretty much about AI, right? And so we wouldn't get to this interview if I didn't say something like generative AI or large language models during the interview. If you think about bringing, the last 24 months of this technology really delighting us as human beings, you think about bringing it into telecom, there's two main issues. The first is, now you've automated this interaction with a human being and you need to take action. I've decided that David should get a refund or should get this phone, but now I need to go into a piece of technology that's 30 or 40 years old. So event-driven being more modern, it's very elegant and agile in the way that you can kind of interact there. So that problem is solved very nicely. The second thing is training models. Right. And so if this is the most human-centric data source, serving those discrete moments up in language in a really discrete way, then you can go ahead and train your models really nicely. And so you kind of solve both of those things by being on an event-driven architecture and can kind of take hold of an AI-first future.
Okay, nice. Yeah, we had to get AI in. But Rob, let's just build on that from your point of view. What do you see as the main advantages there?
Well, I'd say if an operator is moving into this model, the first thing is really understand what it means to be event-driven. Okay. Because if you approach it in the same way that you did your synchronous systems that we've been building for years, you might even find it frustrating, but you're certainly going to miss out on a lot of the big advantages that are there. Right, so understand that it's a new way of approaching and that you need to kind of rethink a lot of things top to bottom. But once you do that, I think it really opens up a lot of possibilities. And as Justin mentioned, AI is one of the big ones that's out there. When you have this event stream, right, you can use that to train, and you can use that in your feedback loops to help create, propensity models or other sorts of AI models that we all talk about. You just have this rich data set that powers it, which gives you a huge boost in your timelines to bringing AI to market.
Got it. So there's a mindset change here going on as well.
Absolutely.
Rob, Justin, thank you very much for the insights, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.